Tonight on Dateline Abuja, we have an exclusive conversation with the Commissioner of Police for the FCT, one chance problem and the tinted permit issue. We will the highlight of our conversation and the general security of people living in the FCT. All that will be coming right after we feed you with some of the major stories this week from Nigeria's presidency. This is Dateline Abuja. Hello and welcome to Dateline Abuja. I'm Kayla Megwa. Let's kick off with what the president has been up to all week, right here on our Abuja Wrap.
President Bola Tinubu transmitted a constitutional alteration bill to the Senate seeking the establishment of state police services as part of efforts to reform Nigeria's security architecture. The proposed legislation, contained in a communication dated June the 15th, 2026, was read during plenary by the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. According to the President, the bill is designed to provide a legal framework for a dual policing structure in Nigeria, allowing states to establish and operate their own police services alongside the federal police. President Bola Tinubu has urged African countries to ensure value addition to its mineral resources, saying Africa must not become a mining pit to the rest of the world. The president gave this charge when he received a delegation of the Africa Mineral Strategy Group, led by the chairman of the group and Minister of Solid Minerals, Dele Alake, on a courtesy visit at the State House in Abuja. The president also received a delegation from MasterCard and welcomed the company's proposal to train 5 million businesses and equip them with digital skills.
I prevent Africa from being a mining pit for the rest of the world. We are Siamese twins co-joined by the hips in our geographical ways. So why not utilize that in our research and development and knowledge-based economy?
Vice President Kashim Shettima has pledged the federal government's commitment to providing social amenities for all citizens in the country, while commissioning the 7-kilometer dual carriageway from Kuje to Gwagwalada. Vice President Shettima, representing President Bola Tinubu as the special guest of honor, delivered the president's remarks to the gathering.
People of Kuje, Gwagwalada, Kwali, all the area councils and satellite towns, hear me clearly. This government sees you. You are not forgotten. For too long, Abuja's development stopped at the city center. Under the renewed hope agenda, every area council matters. Every community counts. We'll keep bringing roads, water, schools, and hospitals to you.
Nigeria's First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, has urged Nigerians not to lose faith in the country despite prevailing challenges, stressing that the measures currently being implemented are designed to lay lasting foundations that will benefit future generations. Speaking with journalists after the opening of a meeting to review the second quarter activities of the Renewed Hope Initiative at the State House, Abuja, the First Lady said President Tinubu has undertaken difficult but necessary reforms, including the removal of fuel subsidy, to reposition the country for long-term growth.
What we are doing in this administration is to make sure that even generations unborn would benefit. And I believe that there are a lot of foundations that the Mr. President has to rebuild and, has to, whether to rejig so that they can build lasting legacies.
Vice President Kashim Shettima has ordered the immediate activation of the fusion and trigger room concept to strengthen coordination and ensure early action against flooding in Nigeria. He directed the Anticipatory Action Task Force, AATF, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and other relevant institutions to urgently review and update their budgets in line with approved allocations, while setting clear priorities for swift implementation.
2026, 33 states and the FCT are at high risk, with 14,118 communities in 226 local government areas classified is high risk.
Vice President Kashim Shettima is calling on Nigerians to give more support to the administration of President Bola Tinubu in order to drive more development in the country. The Vice President made the call at the commissioning of a collector road in the Mabushi district of the nation's capital.
By strengthening interconnectivity here in Mabushi district and indeed other districts, we are strengthening the entire Federal Capital Territory. My good people of the FCT, this road belongs to you. Use them responsibly, protect them jealously. To all Nigerians, I urge you to continue to support this administration.
President Bola Tinubu says the era of neglecting Nigeria's satellite towns is over as he commissioned a new water supply network serving Karu and surrounding communities in the Federal Capital Territory. Represented by Vice President Kashim Shettima at the commissioning of the project along the Karu-Karshi Road, President Tinubu described the initiative as a fulfillment of the renewed hope agenda and a demonstration that his administration delivers.
Welcome back. As I said earlier, we have a special sit-down with the Commissioner of Police for the nation's capital, Ahmed Mohamed Sanusi, also known as the Prof. Now, he talks to us about what he's been doing, what challenges are being faced, and what we need to do as citizens to help the police achieve their ultimate gain of keeping Abuja residents safe. CP Ahmed Mohamed Sanusi, welcome to Dateline Abuja.
Thank you, Kayla.
I mean, if I'm correct, this is your first time in Channels Television.
It's my first time.
Welcome. We're glad to have you here. Let's get to some of the major stories. I'll start with one announcement you made. You gave every DPO, I think, you give them marching orders to make sure that you don't hear about one chance anymore in the FCT. Some people have criticized you, saying that's not how that works. But talk to us about that order that you gave and how you expect it to reduce this or stop this menace that we've been dealing with for years.
I gave that order knowing fully well the impact it will have on the productivity of my DPOs. And I can say without contradiction that since then till now, we've noticed significant improvement in their operations and taming the tide. So my DPOs know what I mean, and they are on top of it. And they are doing it. And I tell you, I meant every word that I said there. Anywhere I get such ugly news, the DPO will be removed because it means it's incompetent. The FCT.
Sorry, not to cut you, but just so those who do not know what the order said understand what you meant. What you said was any place I hear that there is one chance happening in that locality, I will remove the DPO in the place. That was the order.
That was the order. And in clearer terms, I said, yes, it could happen before the DPO gets there, but those persons must be arrested.
Okay.
Anywhere it happens, unabated, and the perpetrators go away with it, the DPO will be removed. If it happens, we are not everywhere. We cannot be everywhere at the same time. I understand that. I understand that constraint which the DPOs also suffer. Hence, if it happens, you must go after them and you must get them. And I can tell you, it happened in Akko, along this airport road. The one chance people took a lady, stabbed her intense times, came out. But they are cooling with us. They didn't escape. We caught them. The lady is being stabilized in the hospital. She's really responding to treatment while they are cooling off where they should be cooling off. And we're going to soon parade them. We're going to also charge them to court for that. So this is the result I want.
How has the prosecution been going when it comes to perpetrators of this one chance menace?
What I do in addition to ensure that they get the desired punishment is to definitely make, in every charge, we make our prosecutors depose to an affidavit of truth, affidavit. They will swear to an affidavit and then attach the affidavit to the charges so that we can be able to guide whatever takes place. It will make it nearly impracticable to just immediately throw away with the cases. So what we have so far, those we've taken so far, they've all been remanded in prison. What we do to also tame the tide of this one-chance kidnapping and other heinous traffic crimes is to also collaborate with the road transport unions. We have placed a ban on vehicles parking outside the garage. Along to pick people. If we get you, we'll arrest you. We have discussed with the unionists, tell your members that they must be inside the garage. Anybody who wants to commute must come into the garage and then board a vehicle, a taxi or bus or whatever, by way of designation.
Now, in your bid to fight crime, you recently made some very controversial remarks. The Nigerian Bar Association is very upset with you because of that case in court. There's an order stopping what you said, but you still made the statement anyway. You said you're going to be arresting people with tinted cars, tinted windscreens, and tinted windows in their car. You say we have to stop you. We have to stop everyone. You can point out if I'm wrong. No matter who you are, whether you bought it factory like that, whether you got it after, whether you got a permit for it, nobody should drive tinted cars in Abuja. Am I correct in saying that that's what you have told us now?
Well, maybe we should read, in between the lines.
Okay.
What we said is very, very close to what you are quoting. But to make it clearer, Abuja is a peculiar environment. And we have predominance of people tinting their vehicles, their glasses, to perpetrate some crime. Like this one chance we're talking about. And also freighting of drugs and other things. We said, to check this, it is not sufficient that you have, a tinted permit, and then you go on doing whatever you are doing. If we see you with a tinted vehicle, we will stop you, ask you questions. Perhaps by that, we might discover who you are. Maybe you are one of the criminals that, because, if you now take a permit for the tinted, nobody will arrest you for that. What we are doing is not an outright arrest, but it's a normal routine check. As you are coming with your tinted vehicle, we'll stop you. Yes, who are you? And why are you using a tinted vehicle? Give us your excuse. Yes, let's see. We know that for you to be given a tinted permit, there are certain information you must provide.
We had to fill out a form online.
Yes.
We had to come for capture.
Yes.
At the IG's office
yes.
years ago.
Some of these informations that some persons give might not necessarily be correct. Some of them might not necessarily be correct. Some of them might be misleading. We've seen people go to do, even NIA registration and falsify. We've seen people go to do MTN registration and others, and then falsify things. The only thing that will be true will be their face. And of course, this tinted permit is being given to a particular vehicle, not to a person. If you apply for it, you are not the one that is being given the tinted permit. The description of a vehicle will be there. The vehicle for which this permit is given. It means if you have 20 tinted vehicles, you need 20 tinted permits. Yeah. Some people have found of having the permit and then using it for all their tinted vehicles. What we are doing is not in discordance or trying to draw some lines with the NBA or court rulings. No, we are not saying what the court is saying and what the NBA is saying. We don't have powers to continue to insist that people must go and get this permit.
Every year?
Yes. So we don't have a business with that. We are not trying to drag anything with the NBA. We're not trying to usurp the authorities of the court to make pronouncements. No, we're not asking anybody to go and procure the tinted permit. No, because these are sub judice. So we will not go into that. What we are saying is, yes, drive your tinted vehicle, but we also will stop you and ask you questions.
All right.
And at least check your vehicle.
We'll continue on that when we come back from this break. So please, stay with us on Dateline Abuja. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Dateline Abuja. If you've just joined us, the Commissioner of Police for the nation's capital joins us tonight, Ahmed Mohammed Sanusi. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
You said you've trained your men not to harass people. So they're just going to stop. Oh, hello, why are you having a tinted? It's going to be nice like that. They won't come and be, Madam, they'll be peeling it from your car.
It's going to be very friendly. I will tell you, I led on the first day, I led the operation myself. By myself. I was physically on the ground and just to show them how to go about it. You have to be civil. We're in a civilized society, people know they're right now. You be civil, you talk to them in a civilized way. I give them advice, but definitely we have to do the job. And part of it is that we must stop you and ask you why you should be using tinted. Oh, it's medical, okay. Do you have medical certificate? Let's see, oh, okay. That's understandable, no problem. But this is too dark. We want a situation where at least, even without stopping you, you'll be able to see what is in your vehicle.
Is that the problem, the ones that are too dark? Are the lighter ones not an issue?
The major problems are these handmade ones. That's the major problem. They go and do it so dangerously dark to the extent that even the drivers might not want to use their side mirrors because of the darkness of the tint. So in most cases, you see some drivers, especially when it is towards evening time, you have to bring down the vehicle to be able to see what is behind properly. It's so dark. So why must you go and do this? If you look at the factory fitted, it's such that...
It's not very dark.
It's not very dark. And even at a glance, you'll be able to see what is inside. You don't have a problem with that.
Because the concept of a tint is not to disguise who's inside.
It's
It's
not
to
to
protect
disguise.
you from the elements.
Exactly.
Okay. Has the NBA reached out to you since you...
Well, they've
Has
not
anyone
reached
spoken
out.
to you?
No, none of them has reached out to me as a body or even individual. None has reached out to me. But I reached out to some of them.
Okay.
And I spoke with some of them on my own.
What was the
And I
response?
explained my ground.
Yes.
You know, they laughed. They say, you're looking for trouble. I said, no, I'm not.
That's what they said to you, that you're looking for trouble.
Yes, I say I'm not because I'm doing my job and you are doing your own. It's the way we do it that differs. We know what these rulings are talking about and we know what the security situation is like. So we have to devise our own means so that we don't get at crossbar with or cross purpose with the law and yet achieve what we intend to achieve, which is not to embarrass anybody, not to ask anyone to go and part with any money by way of obtaining permit or not obtaining permit. No. What we want is, why do you use this tinted? Oh, yeah, you're okay, you're clean, no problem, go. Finish.
But there's also look, there's a problem here. Listen, you have to come down from this car because based on the information you gave us, it's not tallying. And
exactly.
So and then what happens? They seize your car? What happens after?
No.
Okay.
No.
If someone's information doesn't tally...
We'll verify. I said it clearly that if you have the tinted permit, if you display it to us, we'll verify what you have given.
Okay. If it's wrong, then what?
If it's wrong, it means you have lied.
Then?
And which means you have committed crime.
Lying is a crime?
It's a crime.
Okay.
You lie, deceive a public servant to issue you such a
permit.
Yes.
So what happens afterwards in that case?
Of course.
The person gets arrested.
We look at the pages of the provisions of the law and see what is appropriate for you and then use that to deal with the issue.
The thing is, a lot of faith in your men is not very strong in the FCT. We don't have a lot of faith in the police. There are very good policemen. There are very good policemen in the FCT who have met fantastic policemen, but they're so far between. You hardly see them. The bulk of the people that you see are these ones that have put checkpoints everywhere. In fairness, I did notice that the checkpoints are there, but you see them on the other side of the road. In many, even around Area 1, where there are 2 checkpoints around that roundabout. They don't stay directly, the point is there, but then they're by the wall. But there are places that are notorious for your men asking people for money.
We're calling on the public, on the general public, to be, reaching out to us. We have numbers. What I said, even before now, as immediately I assumed officers, if you notice any such things, be right there. Be right there. Make a call to our numbers. Someone will be there. And they will arrest the situation. Because we, as supervisors, we cannot be everywhere at the same time. We cannot be here and be there. We rely on the feedbacks we get from public. And once we get those feedbacks, then the public should watch and see how we utilize them.
There's a menace going on in the city center. And it's important that we keep talking about this, because I'm not talking about the suburbs. I'm talking about the city center. These beggars on the streets, at every traffic light. At every traffic light. It's such a menace.
Well, let me tell you.
I know that your office says you're reading the FCT of miscreants. I see you go after miscreants. But isn't this a nuisance as well?
Well, let me tell you something. As police, we have our mandates, and we have our, we have our spelled out duties and responsibilities. What you're talking about, it has to do with the Abuja Environmental Protection Agencies and what have you. It is their responsibility to clear the streets of all these persons. We go about, definitely, to arrest any miscreant we found, vagabonds. We arrest them at night and everywhere. We find you don't have a place to sleep, you sleep on the street. And we do all these things. But if you see beggars on the street, it's not the responsibility of the police.
Is the FCT safer?
Well, like I always say in every fora, I don't rate myself. I allow people to rate what we are doing. But the feedbacks we are getting is really commendable.
The recent amount of weapons that were intercepted in Kogi State. So while we're watching that, anytime I hear something is happening in Kogi or in Niger or in Nasarawa or in Kaduna, my first thought is Abuja, because all these states border the nation's capital. I see you on patrol. I see you going into all those bushes. Yes, I watch you do that. What are we doing to make sure that these miscreants, so far we've been safe. How do we make sure that we remain safe? So these criminals who are being chased out from places in the southwest and other places in the northwest and the northeast even, how do we make sure that they don't converge on the nation's capital?
By getting credible, timely, and accurate information from the citizens. Yes, they see them coming. They allow them live among them. They should talk to us. Together we'll make the city safer. For us, we have made various deployments at the bordering communities. And we are synergizing as well with the neighboring states so that we can protect the inflow, migration of criminals from here to your place or from your place to my place. Block your place, I block my place. Those here, let them remain. Let us deal with them. Those there, let them remain. You deal with them. But ultimately, to succeed in sustaining what we have, we need information from the public. They should be forthcoming. Now we have numbers. You don't even have to disclose your name to give us information. All you need to do is to just give us the information and give us the exact location where this thing is happening or how it is happening. Allow us to do the rest.
We see a lot of videos of people who are complaining about their estates being besieged by robbers, people attacking estates and things. We've seen some in Gwarimpa Basin area near Arab Road. So we've seen quite a number of these things, and they terrify residents of the FCT whenever we watch them. What's your message to the FCT? How FCT residents? How can they feel safer?
We've embarked on visibility policing methods. Alone will serve as deterrent for this miscreant. The very few that I know that have called us was one around the Kurudu area, where they said robbers came in, maybe from Nasarawa, to invade the place. But you can ask them what happened. When they made the call, in less than 5 minutes, we were there. And what happened to those that came? And ask whether they have come back till today. So that's what we are doing, and that's what we want to keep doing. I can assure you, we are ready, we are prepared, and the Inspection of Police are giving us all the backing that we needed. We're not scared. We're going to do our job, and we're going to do it in the best and the most professional.
Thanks to my guest and to everyone who spoke to us today on the program. Please let us know the happenings in your neighborhood using the social media handles showing right now on your screens. And also showing on your screens tonight are the security numbers that you can call if you see anything, say something. Call these numbers and get the police involved. I'm Kayla Magwa. See you next time.